Now standard deviation is denoted by symbol small s and variance is equal to s square. Now today we are going to see formula for discrete data. Now what is the discrete data? You have xi and you have fi. Now for discrete data, standard deviation direct method is equal to sigma fi xi minus x bar the whole square upon n the whole under root. It means what? We have to first find out the mean, then we will have xi minus x bar तो यहाँ पे आएगा, then we will have xi minus x bar the whole square, and then we will have fi into, so fi into this is equal to fi xi minus x bar the whole square, and then what we get is sigma fi xi minus x bar the whole square. Now you can see how lengthy it becomes. Again, if mean is in fraction, then things become very difficult because you will have decimal, then decimal ka bhi square. So in case of discrete data, we generally don't use direct method. We will go for shortcut method. Now ये shortcut method है, which is most widely used and very easy. The formula is sigma fi di square upon n minus sigma fi di upon n the whole square, the whole under root. Now इसमें you have xi, you have fi, you find out di. Di is equal to xi minus a, because you have to find the mean if you want to find the coefficient of standard deviation. So it will help you fi into di, find out fi di, and then fi di square. यानी क्या? fi di into di is equal to fi di square. Understood this? Fi di into di, so di into di is di square. Got it? Once you get this sigma fi di square, you have sigma fi di, n is number of observation, you directly get the answer. समझ में आ गया सबको? Okay, लिख लो. You also write all these things, so you know what columns to be made. So over here, instead of going for this, we'll prefer this because ये थोड़ा complicated हो जाएगा. If it is mean is in decimal. अच्छा, what is sigma xi minus x bar? Always equal to 0. Okay, it's a rule, don't forget it. Exercise 4.4. Question number 3. The following frequency distribution represents the amount of deposit and number of depositors in a bank. Find the coefficient of standard deviation of deposits. So let's write deposits, which is in 1000 rupees. xi 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Number of depositor fi 2, 7, 11, 15, 10, 4 and 1, 15. N is equal to 50. We have to find standard deviation. So we'll directly go for shortcut method. Standard deviation is equal to sigma fi di square upon n minus sigma fi di upon n the whole square. Now over here, there is a common difference. Phi, sum में phi है. So what we will do is into c, because we will divide d by c. So here we will multiply it with c. We also have to find the mean. Because we have to find coefficient of standard deviation. So x bar is equal to, we'll use shortcut method. A plus sigma fi di upon n into c. It is discrete, so it is not class length. It is common difference between two consecutive variables. पता चला? अगर तुम C use नहीं करोगे तो multiply भी मत करना. अगर C use कर रहे हो तो C को यहाँ पे multiply करना. Now di is equal to xi minus, assume me, let's take it 20 upon common difference is 5. So I write over here a is equal to 20, c is equal to 5. C is not the class length, C is the common difference. Understood this? Okay, so this will be 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 2 and 3. Next, what do I want? Fi di. Fi into di is equal to Fi di minus 6, minus 14, minus 11, 0, 10, 8 and 3. And then Fi di square. Now Fi di square is what? Fi di into di. 18, 28, 22, 16, 94. 92 is correct. X bar is equal to A plus sigma Fi di upon n into C. Therefore, X bar is equal to, assuming is 20 plus Fi di minus 10 upon 50 into 5. Cancel. Minus 1 is equal to 20 minus 1 is equal to 90. Standard deviation is sigma Fi di square upon n minus sigma Fi di upon n the whole square, the whole under root is equal to 92 by 50 minus 10 by 50 into C square into 5, which is equal to 1.8 for minus. Now here minus and then square, so it will become plus minus 0.04 into 5 is under root 1.8. ध्यान देना please. Under root 1.8 into 5, 1.341 into 5, which is equal to, पता चला ये कैसे करते हैं? पहले 5 मत कर देना. First you solve this and then the result into 5. 6.705 is equal to 6.71. Now we have to find coefficient of standard deviation is equal to S upon X bar, which is equal to 6.71 upon X bar is 19. 0.35. Answer. अच्छा, अगर तुम इंटू ये अपॉन सी नहीं करते तो फिर इंटू सी भी करने का नहीं. Is this clear? Okay. If it was given 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, तो फिर c का जरूरत ही नहीं है, because c is equal to 1. तो किसी को भी 1 से डिवाइड करोगे तो कोई फर्क पड़ेगा नहीं. Okay. Now it continues. Similar formula for direct method. Standard deviation is equal to sigma fi xi minus x bar the whole square upon n the whole under root. What is xi over here? Xi is the main value. And for shortcut method, sigma fi di square upon n minus sigma fi di upon n the whole square, the whole under root into C. What is C? C is the class length. Now C is the class length. Okay? And di is equal to xi minus a upon C. Come to question number 5. Find the standard deviation of age of person from the following distribution of 125. Person living in a society. Also find the coefficient of standard deviation. Let's write the question in years. 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. Number of person. But before that, we find xi mid value. 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, and 75. Fi 15, 15, 23, 22, 25, 10, 5, 10. 125. N is equal to 125. Now, Di is equal to Xi minus, assuming 45. Generally, we take the variable with the highest frequency or the centermost. Generally, अगर तुम Xi 40 लोगे ना तो भी correct है. Okay, because it's assumed, so any number can be assumed, but generally we go for centermost with the highest frequency. Upon what is class length? 10. So A is equal to 45, C is equal to 10. 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, 1, 2, and 3. Fi Di. If you get confused, then you draw lines. Okay, Fi Di. Minus 60, minus 45, minus 46, 22, 0, 10, 10, 30. And then Fi Di square. So Fi Di into Di is equal to Fi Di square. 240 by 3, 135, 92, 22, 0, 10, 20, 90. Minus 123, 60, none. First we find out the mean. So X bar is equal to A plus sigma Fi Di upon N into C. X bar is equal to, assume mean is 45 minus 123 upon 125 into 10 minus 1230 upon 125 is equal to 45 minus 8. Therefore, X bar is equal to 0.16. Okay, mean मिल गया. Now we find standard deviation. Sigma Fi Di square upon N minus sigma Fi Di upon N the whole square, the whole under root, got it? Into C, which is equal to 609 upon 125 minus 123 upon 125 the whole square, the whole under root into 10. Yeah, 609 divided by 125 is, so 609 divided by 125 is equal to 4.872 minus is you are getting 0.9682. So 83 into 10. Now since you are going to multiply by 10, even your fractional may make a difference in the answer. That's why you go up to 3 or 4 decimal places. Under root 3.9037 into 10, 1.97577, so 58 into 10, which is equal to 19.76. 19.758, so 76. Coefficient of standard deviation is equal to S upon X bar, which is equal to 19.76 upon 35.16 is equal to 0.56. For sums of comparison, so two data is given and you have to compare and find which is a better one, who is more consistent, या who is more dispersed, या जिसका deviation ज़्यादा है. ऐसे जब sums है where you have to compare two set of data, we use the formula coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation is S upon X bar. ये कौन सा formula था S upon X bar? coefficient of standard deviation. But when it is variation, it is into 100. That's it. Page number 153, exercise 4.5. Question 1, important for exam. Price fluctuation of two shares A and B are given below. Which type of share has more relative variation in its price? यानी कहाँ पे variation ज़्यादा है, dispersion ज़्यादा है, वो हमें find करना है. Okay. Now, whenever comparison are there, we have to find coefficient of variation. So we have to find the mean and we have to find the standard deviation. Let's first write data of A, share A. इसमें XI, which is price, total. First do the total, find the mean, so we come to know what formula to use. Direct or shortcut. Total करो. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Say find out mean. X bar is equal to sigma xi upon n. So 3210 upon 10 is equal to 321. So it's not in fraction. So what formula we'll use? Sigma xi minus x bar the whole square. So first we find out xi minus x bar is 321. 0, 1, 4, 1, 3, minus 1, 2, minus 5, minus 3, minus 2, minus 3, 16, 1, 9, 1, 4, 25, 4, 9, 70. Okay, now we found for share A. Now we go for share B. Price XI 141, 146, 130, 146, 142, 145, 132, 134, 132, 152, 1400. Therefore, X bar of B, sigma xi upon n, 1400 upon 10, 140, xi minus x bar, xi minus x bar the whole square, 110. Now, we have all the information what we want. So I divide it, share A, share B. Now mean x bar of A is equal to 321, x bar of B is equal to 140. Now we find the standard deviation. Standard deviation of A is sigma xi minus x bar the whole square upon n, the whole under root. Standard deviation of B is sigma xi minus x bar the whole square upon n, the whole under root. So, which is equal to 70 upon 10 under root of 7, 510 upon 10, so under root 51, 2.65, and over here 1.4. Now what we have to find? Coefficient of variation over here is equal to standard deviation of A upon mean of A into 100. Over here, standard deviation of B upon mean of B into 100. 2.65 upon 321 into 100. 7.14 upon 140 into 100. It is here you are getting 0.82 के बाद क्या आ रहा है? So 83% because it is into 100 and over here 5.1%. Now what is asked in the question? Who has more relative variation in the price? किसका variation ज़्यादा है? B का लिखो. Since coefficient of variation of share B is more, it has more variation in its prices. Answer. Underline share B. Question number 2. The daily salary of administrative staff of two companies yielded the following result. Mean salary and standard deviation is given for A and B. Which company has more stable salary? यानी जिसका वेरिएशन कम है वो ज्यादा स्टेबल है, जिसका वेरिएशन ज्यादा है वो कम स्टेबल है. Understood this? So let's write the information. We have company A and B. Mean is given. X bar of A 600, X bar of B 2100. Standard deviation of A 30 and standard deviation of B is 84. When we have to compare, we will use which formula? Coefficient of variation. Is equal to standard deviation A upon A, mean of A into 100, and over here standard deviation of B, mean of B into 100, which is equal to 30 upon 600 into 100, over here 84 upon 2100 into 100, 5%, 4%. Who is more stable? A or B? B. Since coefficient of variation of company B is less, company B is more stable. Question number 3, interesting one. The coefficient of variation of two series are 30% and 25%, and the standard deviation are 15 and 9 respectively. Find their mean. Let's write the information. Two series. Question 3. So we say series A and series B. What is given? Coefficient of variation of A is equal to 30% and of B is equal to 25%. Standard deviation is given. Standard deviation of A is 15 and standard deviation of B is equal to 9. We have to find mean of A and mean of B. Therefore, coefficient of variation is equal to standard deviation A upon mean of A. Already given 30 into 100, and over here 25 is equal to standard deviation of B upon mean of B into 100. Therefore, 30 is equal to 15 upon mean of A into 100, and 25 is equal to 9 upon mean of B into 100. Therefore, x mean यहाँ पे आ जाएगा x bar A is equal to 15 by 30 into 100. X bar B is equal to 9 by 25 into 100. 50 mean of first series 36. answer.